Today I am sharing with you this really quick and easy jerk chicken, air fryer chicken, jerk styled air fryer chicken, whatever you want to call it. It's so easy and it is so good. I love air fryer chickens because you just marinate it up, pop it in the air fryer, you go about your business, and you got an amazing meal. So let's start off with a bunch of our greens and herbs that we are going to place into this marinade. You cannot have a good marinade without some herbs, okay? So in a blender, a small blender cup I have to the side here, I have about 6 culantro leaves. Now if you don't have culantro, just go ahead and use a handful of cilantro. It's almost the same flavor, except culantro is a little bit stronger in flavor. I have a good amount of thyme here. This is about 6 to 8 sprigs of thyme. I'm just trying to get the leaves off here, and then I'm just going to cut up the little sprigs. Try not to make a huge mess like I was doing at the moment. Just cut that up and place that in your blender cup. I also have about 4 to 5 sprigs of green onions that I am just cutting up into small pieces. I'm leaving the white parts of the green onion out. I also have a nice onion here. I'm going to use about a half of a large onion. And we are going to dice that up. It is so easy, but it's so good and so much flavor. I'm going to just give this a rough chop just to help with the blending. Place this all into a little blender cup or a large blender, whatever you have on hand. And I've got some ginger. I'm going to use about a good tablespoon and a half of ginger. Wash it real good and just dice that up. I leave the skin on my ginger. I always do. I don't really bother to peel my ginger. And we're going to need some garlic. Lots and lots of garlic. About 6 to 8 cloves of garlic. Now, if only peeling garlic was really so fast. Wouldn't that be great? Gonna add in a good 2 teaspoons of salt or so. Salt and pepper is always to taste, but I do like a good amount of salt and a good amount of black pepper for this recipe, okay? We're gonna go in with about 3 tablespoons of ketchup, about 2 tablespoons of vinegar. I'm using apple cider vinegar. We're going to need about a half a teaspoon of ground allspice, a pinch of nutmeg, and a pinch of cinnamon. Like about 1/8 of a teaspoon. You really don't want too much because jerk chicken really is not a dessert, and you really don't want too much. And again, a good amount of black pepper. I mean like a good 2 teaspoons of black pepper, y'all. Gonna add in a 1/4 cup of brown sugar. And then we're just gonna add in 2 tablespoons of water just to help this blend up. And blend it up till it's nice and smooth. And then we're gonna go over to our chicken. Now I have a chicken here which is about 5 pounds or so. That is nice and ready to go. Now what I like to do whenever I am making any kind of whole chicken, I like to go under the skin because I need to get flavor in my chicken, okay? I just don't want the skin to be flavored. I want the meat to be flavored. So I'm taking my hands and I'm going under the skin. I'm trying not to tear the skin or anything like that. And I'm going to take a knife and make some pockets in especially the breast area. And we're going to go ahead and just make some pockets with a knife, not going all the way through. And make sure and get the skin also in the back of the chicken all the way around. You can use your fingers and your hands to help it get all the way around the legs and the wings. And we're just gonna take this marinade and get it all in those pockets, all on top the skin, all under the skin, all inside the chicken. Because we want every piece of this chicken to be coated in this marinade and just to sit and marinate. Now, however much time you have, it's really going to depend on you. This will be best if you let this marinate for about 2 hours. or overnight in the refrigerator. Best result, overnight in the refrigerator. Cover this up with foil, place it in the refrigerator. The next day you pop it out, let it sit on your counter for about 20-30 minutes to come down to room temperature a little bit, then pop it in your air fryer. It's gonna depend on what time you have, but 30 minutes should be fine. You'll still get a good chicken, don't you worry about that. A beautiful marinade all around. I place this on my air fryer tray because I'm using my WEESTA Air Fryer today for this chicken. I'll have the link below for that down in the description box. Use any air fryer that you have if it comes in a basket or not. This air fryer toaster is great because I can just interchange the trays. I am sprinkling on some black pepper on the top of my chicken, and my chicken is breast side down. So as this is cooking, the juices from the chicken is going to go into the breast side, so it's going to be nice and juicy and tender. So now I'm going to go ahead and place my air fryer on. I'm going to go for about 350 on this because I don't want it to burn, and it's going to need a good hour to cook. So I'm going 350 for 30 minutes each side. You're going to want to flip this after 30 minutes, so each side of your chicken gets 30 minutes. Takes about an hour. It could take longer depending on the size of your chicken, from an hour to 10 minutes, an hour 15 minutes. You have to check the internal temperature to make sure that your chicken is fully cooked through. Again, after 30 minutes, I'm going to go ahead and flip my chicken. And place it back in the air fryer for another 30 to 35 minutes or so, again until your chicken's fully cooked through. Well, that's the most important part. You don't want raw chicken, right? It could be flavored really well, but once it's raw, it makes no sense. So just make sure your chicken's fully cooked through, and it is beautiful golden brown, crispity, crunchy skin, flavor all throughout. Now that remaining bit of marinade and seasoning that we had left over in the bowl once we removed our chicken, I'm going to take that little bit and I'm going to place it in a saucepan. To that, I'm going to go ahead and add in some ketchup. Also some brown sugar and some barbecue sauce to make sort of like a little glaze that you can place on the side. I don't recommend really placing this on top of it unless you want to, but I like to serve it on the side so whoever wants some can pour it over their chicken, and sometimes even over your rice, because I'm serving this with my coconut, my beans and rice, my rice and beans mixture, and then our barbecue sauce. I am using Sunny's sweet barbecue sauce, and I didn't measure because I was eyeballing and I poured way too much, but it still was delicious anyways. We're gonna place this over on our stove and cook it down for about 15 minutes until it reduces, and we make sure that everything is cooked through and there is, you know, no chicken left in there unless it's fully cooked through. So about 10-15 minutes. You got yourself a beautiful little glaze to serve on the side. That is it, guys. It is so simple. It takes a little, maybe 10 minutes to throw everything together, let it sit, marinate, and pop it in the air fryer, and you're good to go. You have a really great meal. I love air fryer chicken, and I say the air fryer is, I use it so much for everything, especially a whole chicken, because it's like such a fancy meal. And it's not really much effort that goes into it, but it looks so good and it tastes so good, and it is so good. So I hope you guys enjoy this recipe. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. I'll see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.